The power of shutting our mouths. The power of shutting our mouths. When we really fully grasp and understand how powerful we are as creators, and that creation is a result of our words and our thoughts combining with divine substance, combining with God, we become a lot more sparing with our words. We become a lot more mindful and aware of the words that we are using, of the conversations that we are having, of the need to defend ourselves, of the need to prove ourselves, of the need to convince other people. When we truly begin to not just logically, but literally embody who it is that we are, and that we are all fractal expressions of God, we don't need to do as much talking anymore. All that talking is not necessary, okay? Because it is not the things of this world, but it is through the renewing of the mind. And the renewing of the mind is often a silent process. Happy Friday from Lake Tahoe, another one of God's blessings. Yes, God. Thank you for your life and devotions to God's plans for our life. Thank you so much for that comment, Rusty, and thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence, and I appreciate everyone who is tapping this live and letting the algorithm know that you are enjoying what you are hearing and that you want to hear more. So, one of the things that begins to happen once you start to really accept your divine identity, when you really begin to realize how powerful you are as a creator, is that you will stop wasting your words so much. You will stop using your words to complain. You will stop using your words to convince people. You will stop using your words to explain yourself. You will stop using your words to gossip. You will stop using your words to give energy and attention to things that you no longer want to see and experience. You will begin to understand that the most powerful thing that you can do oftentimes is to shut the fuck up. All right? Especially when you are triggered, especially when we are feeling triggered and we're feeling like we need to defend ourselves, that is the best time for you to practice shutting your mouth. Hi, Megan. Good morning. Happy Friday. The intentionality that is required to actually move in the direction and see results in the direction of what it is that you desire for your life, because what it is that you desire for your life is also what God desires for your life, because your desires came from God. Okay. Sometimes the thing that needs to be checked and switched around is the motive. All right. The motive for why you want things should never be about someone else in terms of wanting to prove or wanting to convince or wanting to show someone else something. The motive for all of the desires of your heart should be so that I can help and serve more people, period. I want to be wealthy so that I can help and serve more people. I want to look good and be healthy so that I can help and serve more people. I want to become a millionaire, a billionaire, so that I can help more people. That should always be the reason why. Not because you're trying to prove such and such that you were right, not because you're trying to show such and such. Okay, because all of that is still coming from an ego perspective. Anything that we desire for ourselves should be because I want to help people and I want to serve people. That should be the motive. Okay. Any other motive besides that is ego based. So when you are operating from the right motive of, I want this success, I want this health, I want this, that, be so that I can help and serve other people, not so that I can be, be the best, so that I can show such and such what they're missing out on, so that I can blah blah blah, whatever ego led kind of thinking there is, okay? So when we understand that our purpose here is to be of service to others, and we come out of the selfishness of the ego, because the ego is only focused on itself. Well, as long as me and my family are good, then I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Selfish. Selfish, selfish, selfish. And you are blocking yourself from your divine purpose if you are looking at and viewing your desires in that way. When you actually accept your divine identity and you move away from your experiences meaning something about your identity, you begin to walk with a certain confidence. It's called a Godfidence, even. Okay? You have a Godfidence about yourself. You know who you are. You know whose you are. You know that you are already valuable. You are already worthy. You are already enough. You are already deserving. You are already whole. You don't need the world to tell you that. You don't need the follower count. You don't need the revenue. You don't need the image in the mirror. Okay? You don't need any of these things. And what happens when you don't need anything is all of those things they start to rush towards you. Having a lack of neediness now makes you magnetic. Nobody likes to be around needy people. Nobody likes to pick up the phone for somebody that they know is going to be asking them for something. It's the same with the universe. The more you need and want and beg and plead for things, the more they are evading you, the more they are avoiding you. So when you begin to walk this path and be more mindful and aware of yourself and more intentional, a natural byproduct of that is learning how to shut the fuck up, because the ego is the thing that always wants to talk. It always wants to ration. It always wants the logic. It always wants to convince. It always wants to defend. It always wants to just be heard. Godfidence. The word alchemist in me is giddy hearing that. What a joyful word. Yes, God. I heard that from someone. That is not my word. Um, Maybe it was Londrell. I don't know who it is, but I know I heard Godfidence come from someone else. But it is. It's a true Godfidence that allows you to be mindful that when you do speak, you're speaking things of substance. You're not here to argue. You're not here to prove. You're not here to defend. You're not here to gossip. You're not here to complain. You are here to create, because that is all you are ever doing. All you are ever doing is creating. 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 All you're ever doing is creating. When you understand the depth of that, when you understand the responsibility, the weight of that, you learn how to now shut the fuck up more. Because the more that you understand that you are creating, the more mindful you are of what it is that you are creating. The more mindful you are of how every single little thing, I don't give a damn if it's a joke. I don't care if it's sarcasm. I don't care what it is. It is creating. So once you realize that you are creating with every single word, with every single thought, with every single nervous system response, you learn how the power of silence, you learn how to shut your mouth more, because you understand what is at stake. You understand that whatever is coming out of your mouth and your thoughts, you are eventually going to see manifest in your reality. So you become a lot more tight-lipped. This is the purpose of affirmative prayer. This is the purpose of self concept rampages. When you fully grasp the understanding that you are constantly in creation mode, you start to be more reserved about what it is that you are creating, which means you start to shut the fuck up more. Okay? Yes, silence is an answer. All you are ever doing is creating. Yes, love the repetition of that. Yes, and we need to remember that and always keep that in mind. We are constantly creating every single moment of every single day, even if it's not coming out of your mouth. Shut the fuck up in your mind. Stop allowing your mind to run rampant and go down rabbit holes, because there's no difference than the thoughts in your mind and the words coming out of your mouth. They both are equally powerful. This is why it's so important to reprogram and renew the mind, not conforming to the things of this world, but through the renewing of the mind. Okay? That is what we are being instructed to do. There's a quote that says something along the lines of, all I know is that I know nothing. Exactly. We don't know shit. The ego knows nothing. The ego knows nothing. God mind knows all. So we lean more into God mind. And instead of talking so much, we're listening. That's why we have two ears. Two, more listening, less talking. More listening, less talking. Okay? And this is what we are doing inside of the quantum prayer circle. We are leaning into God mind. We are leaning into the thoughts and the perspective of God, which is whole, perfect, worthy, enough. Love, peace, joy, kindness, compassion, perfect health, abundance, prosperity. That's it. If it's not something along those lines, I'm not thinking about it. I'm not talking about it. I'm denying it. I don't give a fuck what the email said my credit score was. I don't give a damn what the landlord says my balance was. I don't care what the credit card. I deny all that. God is the source of my supply, and I am prosperous, I am abundant, and I am of service. And God will reveal to me because I'm shutting the fuck up. See, God can't talk to us because we're too busy running our fucking mouths all the time. Got to stop doing that. All I am ever doing is creating, whether coming out of my mouth or running rampant in my mind. Ego knows nothing, having God mind. Yes, God. Yes, God. I gotta go because I'm about to get on my daily Quantum Circle prayer call. We would love to have you in the Quantum Circle. We meet every single day at 12 noon Eastern Standard. We have a daily affirmative prayer every single day that allows us to get into the God mind and to keep that perspective and that posture all day. We have a weekly self-concept rampage, and we have bi-weekly master classes and group assumptions. This Sunday, we are going to be learning about moon magic and working with the energies of the different moon phases. So highly recommend that you join us. Would love to see you in there. And for right now, y'all, I gotta go. Okay? So I love you all. I trust that you're having an amazing, beautiful day, and we will talk again soon. Yes, God. All right, let me go ahead and get this started. And that, okay, 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 okay. Bye bye.